Good morning and welcome to day 28. Yep, we woke up in the shelter and there's snow on the ground. It snowed mostly last night. And let me ask you something, were any of us warm last night?
No.
This shelter was full and I would say 90% of those who slept here were cold, including myself. So it's supposed to be cold and rainy today. I am thinking of hiking 4 miles to Lemon Gap and then bailing, seeing if I can get a ride into town, and then redoing the section from Lemon Gap to Hot Springs tomorrow or Saturday when Oliver is here. All right, onward. Yes, it is still day 28, and as you can see, there is snow all around. It was a very, very cold night in the shelter. I just dropped my gloves. Okay, it was a very cold night in the shelter, and Micah and I, he was in my bag for most of the night, and then he got too hot, and then he wanted to get out, and then I got cold. So anyway, we managed. But I just spoke to Oliver, who I think I told you, he's gonna join me this weekend in Hot Springs, which is great. I'm so excited. Today is Thursday, and he's flying in tomorrow afternoon. So I am gonna hike 4 miles to Lemon Gap and to see if I can get a ride. By some miracle, I had one bar and I was able to call Oliver and ask him if the accommodations that he has are available tonight so that I can sleep in a warm bed. And then what I'll do, so I don't miss any of the AT, I will slack pack tomorrow morning from Hot Springs to Lemon Gap, where I get picked up, hopefully at Lemon Gap. If not, Oliver and I will do it together. So, and then on Saturday we can continue to hike north. But we're going to be slack packing every day, so we're going to wind up back at the same place that we're renting for the weekend, which will be really nice. I'm really looking forward to it. So anyway, it's cold. There's snow, but I'm happy, and I have a plan. And I'm just praying that there'll be somebody at Lemon Gap that can give me a ride into Hot Springs. If not, I'll call a shuttle. So there is a plan. And I hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday. And I will be in touch. This is the absolute craziest weather I have pretty much experienced in my life. But it's an adventure. So in the mountains, you just never know. All right, I'm gonna put this down so I can put my gloves back on because my hands are freezing. All right, love you all. Okay, well, now that my hands have thawed out, I can tell you that it is really beautiful. The snow on the rhododendron and along the way, I don't know, it feels like home. Feels like New England. Yeah, it's except for the lack of pines, but it's super beautiful, and it's quiet, and looks like I'm gonna get to Lemon Gap pretty soon and have a warm bed tonight, which will be really nice. Okay, well, it's been an interesting couple of days, but I have to say, it's really, really beautiful. And it's snowing right now. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. A little update while I eat my peanut butter wrap. Taking a little break from tuna. I forget where I left off, but I could not get a ride out of Lemon Gap, which would have been 4 miles. So the next gap was 7.8 miles, which will give me about a 12-mile day, which is fine. I did get a ride. The next gap is called Garenflo, and I was able to get in touch with a shuttle driver, and she's going to pick me up at Garenflo Gap, which is wonderful. And she'll take me to the VRBO that my husband has booked for us for the weekend. A little early, but it's available. Hey. So I get to go there tonight and have a good night's sleep, and then he arrives tomorrow in the afternoon. So what I'm going to do is ask the shuttle driver if she would drive me back to Garenflo Gap tomorrow and have just a slack pack, just my lunch in the pack, and then just hike back to Hot Springs, and then I'll be all caught up with my miles. And that would be 6 or 7 miles. I have to look at the map, but it's not very much. So great. So that's the update. Cheers. My wonderful husband has booked this wonderful VRBO in Hot Springs. He's coming tomorrow, and I'm here now, and Mike is already on the bed. And it's got a full kitchen, which looks really nice. I might even cook something. Washer and dryer, which is going to be used momentarily, and a bath and a soaking tub. And upstairs there are actually 3 bedrooms. So with Oliver's permission, I contacted a couple of the hikers that I've been hiking with, and a couple of them are going to take us up on our offer and stay here because they're in Hot Springs and they need a place to stay. I guess the hostel is pretty full. So anyway, I am not going to freeze tonight. And I'm probably going to slack pack the 6.6 miles from the Gap to Hot Springs tomorrow.